Hello, creative ones. This is Robin Dudley House, the artsy bohemian. I am in my studio in Los Angeles, California, and I have a gift for you. It's my secret resource guide for the unconventional journal and paper crafter. These resources are resources that I use all the time, and they've taken years to accumulate. So those of you who have never signed up for my online school or who have never signed up for any of my classes, this is a gift for you. Those of you who already belong to my online school probably already have this. You'll get an email once you sign up, the link below, and you can download this for yourself and then print it out like I have. I've made it into this cute little pamphlet. Now, since you're signing up for my newsletter, just know that you won't be bombarded by emails, only inspiration. Thank you. Hello everyone, it's Robin Dudley House, the artsy bohemian, coming to you from my studio in Los Angeles, California. So today I was going to be making a journal, a junk journal, and I thought I would start out with a folio from a digital company that I love, my Porch Prints. A lot of you are familiar with them. I was really excited. I got the digital, I printed it out, and then I went to my printer and I realized my ink needs to be replaced. So everything looked purple. I was so upset because I'm kind of in a hurry. You know, it's summertime and there's lots of things going on, and my daughter's going away to college. And anyway, I almost cried. I know you've probably been here, and I just thought, well, let's just take lemons and make them into lemonade. And we're just going to work with digitals that didn't come out good because everything looks purple. You know, her printables are beautiful, and they're supposed to look kind of grungy. This is the grungy folio. Let's see, where is it? Oh, and on top of it, everything printed double-sided, which I didn't want. So, big mess. Let's fix it. Another thing I wanted to maybe incorporate into this junk journal is, you know, when you clean out your area where you have office supplies. Well, these are really old, and I was going to toss them. They're file folders because they're from 2014, whatever. They're kind of wrinkled and a little dirty. And I just thought, I'm just going to cover them. Let's just alter them and use this maybe as a base for the journal. Some junk mail. And went to Jamba Juice yesterday, and these bags are so cool. I've always wanted to do something with them. You can hear how crunchy they are. They never get dirty because whenever you get the pastry or whatever, they wrap it in paper and then they put it in here. And this is kind of like a thermal type of a bag. It's double lined. So let's incorporate these as well. Okay, so I figured out how I'm going to compose the journal, the junk journal, and I've just decided that the journal is going to be this purplish pinkish color, and I might spruce it up with little die cuts here and there. It's not the color that it's supposed to be, but I didn't want to waste anything. So let's work with what we have. Let me know in the comments below if you can relate to this boo-boo. So I'm taking these two old file folders that I was going to throw away because they were old. They're in my, I kind of cleared out my office space a little bit. And I'm going to do this. So I folded each one in half. And I am going to somehow make it into like a tri-fold journal, junk journal. But I wanted to leave, I want there to be a little space so I can put pages in it. And I'm thinking I might do the planner that my Porch Prints has. I know June's already almost gone, but I might do July, or maybe I'll do the rest of the year. But I still want to get I want to get new ink for my printer first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little spine. And since I already know where the center is, I'm going to do about 1/8 of an inch on either side on my score. That'll give me, it looks like about 3/8 of an inch. And it's a little tricky since I've already folded it in the center. It's going to be a little hard to fold it again on these little tiny margins, but I'll make it work. Alright, so that worked out really well. I made 3/8 of an inch spine on both of these with my scoreboard. Really bright. And then I thought it would be cool to put them together like this. So I have a folio or a junk journal. And then I was trying to figure out how to keep some of the pockets but make them easy to access. So what I thought it would be fun to do is maybe do stacked envelope thing here so I can add little tags or journaling cards. I'll still keep this a pocket so that I can tuck things in there as well. And it might be that I sew the edges of this, or you could glue it, or you could washi tape it. Then I'm going to, I think I'm going to do a diagonal cut, maybe like a zigzag one here. And then I think I'm just going to collage all of it with the papers that kind of look purplish because of my bad printer. And we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and start by cutting this. I think I'm going to use some decorative scissors, even though it might be covered later. So I have these Stampin' Up! Zigzag scissors, and I'm just going to cut. And then I could probably use this as a pocket or a side tuck or something. So there's one. Put a journal in there. And let's do the other one. And also, I want to keep the pocket in the back here, so I will figure out how to do that. It's going to be glued down to the back, but still be available to tuck things into. And I might just use this as a template of sorts. Oh, I kind of like this tab there though. I might keep that. And then just leave it open. Let's just do that for now. Alright, so I cut out some of the pieces from the kit, from the folio kit. By the way, it is loaded, this loaded folder. I'll leave the link down below. She has lots and lots, and she always gives really great instructions. Of course, I can't follow them because I'm not going to be making them exactly the same, but, you know, somewhat with an altered file folder. So I'm going to just start gluing things down. I like this as a focal. Sorry, it was out of focus. So I like this as a focal. And I kind of just randomly started putting things down. Also, because I printed on both sides, there were some pieces that I didn't want to throw away. So I will probably collage those somewhere in there. And we'll just go from there. right, before I went any further, you saw me just glue down strips of the digitals from my Porch Prints, and I really love how she adds this really cool spine cover. So it was a little too big because I wanted to make sure that that showed through the roses. So I just folded it so that's a little bit longer on the back side. And then I also wanted to break up all the purpleness. I can go back and add lace if I want. And I thought I would put some words. I think those are from Artie Mays. And maybe another little strip here. I'm in the middle of filming a course for an art summit, and it requires dyeing lots of fabrics, so that's what you see underneath here. I've been keeping all the paper towels that I've been dyeing on because I want to use them in a collage at some point. I might even use them during the class. And if you want to sign up for the newsletter to be on the list for when the class opens, which should be in July, it doesn't happen until October. Some of you have seen the preview of what I'll be teaching. It's an amazing journal made with hand-dyed velvet and doilies and Venetian lace. Just the bulk of the class is about dyeing silk, velvet, not just regular silk, but silk velvet. Very difficult to find information on that. So the class is going to be focused on that, and also, you know, dyeing the vintage doilies that we've collected and the laces to add and make a journal from. So I'll leave the link down below. It's A for Artistic. It's an art summit, and it happens the beginning of October sometime. So that looks cute. I'm going to glue that down. Also been trying to figure out new ways to edit my videos with music, a little bit of music and voiceovers, and speeding through segments that are really boring. You know, you don't need to see me glue down every single tiny little piece of paper, right? So that's been a lot of time, takes a lot of time to figure it out, but my daughter is really good, and she's showed me so that I can do it on my own. And then next, maybe get even a higher quality camera. The camera I have right now is pretty good quality, but there's, you know, technology just advances so quickly. Yeah, there'll be lots of, I think there's 8 or 9 teachers all together for the summit, and there's going to be speakers, guest speakers, like artists that are very well known. Apparently, the artists are known in their field. There's a lot of doll, like fiber art, doll artists, mixed media. I think I'll be the only journal teacher, but like I said, it's not just a journal class, it's learning how to dye the fabrics in the most amazing colors. And then this is going to be glued there so that I can keep the original tab, and then I'm going to glue it in the back, and then I'll cut that away. Go ahead and do that. You can see how I didn't turn off the part of my printer where it prints on both sides, which is so annoying. But we're working with it. I know there's probably every single one of you who has ever used your printer has done this, right? So let's not throw things away and waste stuff. Let's just use it. This is a bone folder for those of you who wonder, who are new. It's a bookmaker's tool to burnish pieces down, like I'm doing here, except I'm not doing a very good job there. Should wait for it to dry before I spaz out and keep working on it. So this is just like that. You're going, what is she doing? Actually, it's pretty. You know, it's very strange because my favorite color is purple, but because I wasn't expecting it to be purple, I was so upset because it's this really amazing grungy, shabby rose digital. And like I said, because my printer needs ink, it chose to turn everything purple. So let's just work with the purple. You know, a lot of times when you make a mistake and you work with it, you have to switch your mind into a different mode. And a lot of times the mistakes become amazing. So this will probably be covered up, maybe, I'm not sure yet. Those of you who've been watching me for a while know that I don't really know how things are going to turn out until they're done. I keep kind of changing things. So that's the inside of that. And I'm gonna let that dry because I gotta go get ready for something that my daughter has going on. Alright, it has dried and I'm going to trim this here so it looks like I meant for it to be that way. And now that I've gotten used to the idea that it's this color, I'm okay. It looks so vibrant, like a vibrant violet color. So there's these cute little corner pockets. So I'll probably be adding one of those somewhere. And I think I'm just going to keep adding some of the papers. So this one's going to be covered up. Or I might do that. Okay, I think I figured out what I'm going to do, at least for the foundation of the journal folio. So we have this. This is one file folder. And we made the score. It's about a 3/8 of an inch score in the center for the spine. We cut this area here for a pocket, and it's just, that's all that is one file folder. There's the other file folder, and what I'm going to do with this is I cut a piece here. I cut some of this off because I was experimenting, but I didn't like the way it looked, or the plan that I thought would work. So that's what I did. I just cut that off right there. But I'm going to cut it off even more. So basically, I'm going to be cutting let's see, what was I going to do here? I'm going to be cutting about a 1/4 inch from the spine here. Because this is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. This is going to glue, I'm going to glue this little tab onto the back here. And of course I will be covering that with something. probably maybe some washi tape or some lace. But it'll have to be something solid because I don't want it to show because it's so vibrant, this purple is. And then what I'm basically going to do is, sorry this is kind of fiddly, but this is kind of what I was thinking I would do. This will open like this. And then I'm going to have a flap here. So basically I am going to cut off this whole part here. So to simplify it, it's half of a file folder, except I kept about, it looks about like 3/4 of an inch on there. Part of it's going to be glued onto the back like this. And I may or may not cut off the other flap on the front. I might make some kind of layered pocket. So this will open like that. And this will open like that. It's very strange how it's hard to see with the white manila on here. So sorry if it's really bright. So what I'm saying is I might cut this off here and just have an opening for a flap. But just keep that on for right now if you're following along with me. It's gonna be like that. And if you want to really simplify it, you can just cut this whole thing off. This whole piece. So meaning you'd only be using 1/4 of the file folder. Of course, we will be finding other uses for these precious file folder pieces. And I think what I'm going to do is going to just collage everything. Collage different papers. Collage different papers from my Porch Prints that have this purple hue to it, and maybe some other pieces. And then you'll start adding pockets and a journal pages. I have decided that when in doubt, always use text paper as a background, and then I'm going to decorate. So I'm gluing down old dictionary pages, and that way it'll give me a nice canvas to work on to keep decorating and collaging. Alright, I literally have been working on this for too many hours and I didn't show the whole process because I thought I would just show you what I did. It's just, you know, these things take a long time. It's almost like putting a puzzle together, but it's what makes it fun. So this is the file folder that has dictionary pages pasted onto it. This is the inside and this is the inside, and then we attached this other flap, which I've also put dictionary pages on. I did cut this flap so that I could make a pocket here. I have lots of ephemera and digitals from my Porch Prints in these colors, so I'm just trying to figure out how I want to put it all together now, just kind of decorate it. And I did add some random purple type scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. It's this one right here. A lot of bright colors, but there's some really pretty violets and purples in the mix, so that's what that is. So So I just wanted to update you. This is also from my Porch Prints. Really amazing. I love this particular digital. There's a ton of vintage images in these really cool old graphics. So at some point I'm probably going to add that there. I might do some more collage here. Like this. I just glued it onto some purple cardstock and then trimmed it with some decorative scissors. So that's where we are at, and I'm just going to keep adding until I like the way it looks. I will probably wind up adding lace as well in these colors. So there we go. Alright, so I'm just continuing on, and I'm speeding it up a little bit just because all I'm doing is collaging. That's an image of a Dover free printable, and also I'm using some Tim Holtz floral dyes. I inked up the edges of the My Porch Prints collage with some purple ink, and I'm just trying to figure out what kinds of laces and trims that I want to put on. Let me know what you think about the voiceover and the speeding up. It really took quite a bit of time, and this is probably the easiest way to do this right now. Continuing on, I cut out some different florals with a scallop punch and just positioning it to see how I like it, and I do like it. They still have the violets in them, so it looks pretty. Alright, so now I have decided that I'm going to do some rubber stamping on the signatures, and these are all from Red Lead Paperworks. Those of you who are new to my channel know that that's one of my favorite rubber stamp companies. And I'm stamping them in a darker eggplant kind of purple from Stamping Up, just to match the theme. Continuing on, just stamping more. Alright, so now I'm going to be adding some glitter to the front of the journal with stickles. I believe it's the crystal stickles, and I'm putting it all over. Takes a while to dry, so I'm going to set it to the side once I cover everything. Alright, so I cut out some of the little envelopes from my Porch Prints digital, and now I am getting ready to add some laces Before I do that, I'm going to do some washi tape on the back because there's a spot that is showing. This is kind of a fabric, kind of a washi tape. Just adding that, and it's the only purple one that I had, so it matched pretty well. We're almost done with this part 1 of this video, and we'll be continuing on next week. Adding some decorations to the front with some vintage laces. That lace right there is very old. And then now I'm adding some of the white trim from the front and the back. Just using regular PVA glue. And then I will be adding a really pretty vintage velvet flower to the front with some sparkly trim. And then I will see you again next week. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you like this, and we will continue on.